Hi, this is Tina with Sit Happens Dog Training and Behavior and the Potcake Project. Today I want to talk a little bit about bite inhibition. So today Chris and I were playing with the puppy and the puppy was mouthing Christopher, and Christopher was correcting him for it. And not correcting him by like going off on him, just saying ow and disengaging. And that is a great way to teach your puppy not to use their mouth so much, but I realized that I had neglected to teach him that there's actually two parts to mouthing. So there are two schools of thought on this. One is your dog should never, ever, ever put their mouth on you. The other school of thought, which is the one I subscribe to, is that your dog can put their mouth on you, but they're not allowed to crunch you down. They're not allowed to use any bite force. So lots of other trainers would tend to agree with me, and the reason is because any dog, given the right set of circumstances, will bite. And what we don't want is for their first experience with human flesh to be a full bite, right? I don't mind working with a dog who's bitten 35 people, who's never broken the skin, but the dog who's bitten one person and hospitalized them is a very different problem. So bite inhibition is an important thing to teach. So the first thing you teach your dog, your puppy, even your adult dog, is, hey, humans are wimpy. Be careful with those, scissors in your mouth. Part two is, and don't use your mouth so often. So I will intentionally be playing with Marco. He puts his mouth on me. He's polite, and I tell him he's a good puppy. Long before he ever uses any bite force, I will say, ow, and disengage if I think he's ramping up to being more adventuresome with his mouth. So step one is ow, long before they hurt you, but as soon as they start using some bite force. And then eventually moving on to, hey, don't do it so often. So a big test I use is playing tug with the puppy. When I take the toy away and the puppy backs off and they come in to grab the tug toy again, I actually set them up to fail. I shove my hands together so that they grab flesh instead of the tug toy. And then I, act like they're murdering me. So that the puppy learns like, ooh, I need to, even if I'm around those silly hands, I have to be really, really careful with my human. Then later I start to say, okay, that'll do. You don't need to put your mouth on me, and we end the game. So I just wanted to go over a little bit of bite inhibition because it was something Christopher and I bumped up on this morning, and I realized, we've had this puppy 8 weeks, and like a horrible dog trainer, I hadn't shared that information with poor Chris. So this is Tina with Sit Happens Dog Training and Behavior and the Potcake Project. If you're enjoying this series, please like us on Facebook and feel free to share the videos. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.